All right, let's bring in Jenna Ellis, first of all. She is one of our favorite guests. She's the Director of Public Policy for the James Dobson Family Institute. It's a conservative crew. All right, so Donald Trump, I have him at 45% right now. Not enough to win re-election. What do you say?
Yeah, well, I would agree with you that the polls you can't trust, and we certainly learned that in 2016. But if conservative evangelical Christians, and particularly women and millennials, of which I'm part of that demographic, do show up to vote and we vote our values, then I think that we will definitely see a Donald Trump victory again in 2020, simply because the progressive liberal left are focusing and emphasizing issues like what Kamala Harris was talking about this week, like what Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez even was talking about. And they are so pro-abortion, which women and millennials, and particularly the conservative base, are going to care about. So I think that the two main issues going into 2020 are definitely going to be abortion and the Supreme Court.
Okay, I disagree with you. I think the main issue is going to be the economy, where Trump is strong. And the secondary issue is going to be Trump himself.
And I think that those are going to be issues, certainly, but for specifically women and millennials, I think that the focus and the emphasis on abortion, sanctity of human life, and even what we saw.
The abortion atrocity here in New York State, and that's what it is. And we're going to get to that after we talk about politics. We're going to get into Andrew Cuomo, the Catholic Church, and the unbelievable abortion law that they passed here. It didn't get a lot of traction, Jenna, across the country. You know, people weren't outraged by it. I don't think even people even know about it. You could make it an issue, but Donald Trump's not going to make abortion an issue in the presidential campaign. He's not.
Well, I think he did with Hillary, for sure. And so depending on, I mean, if you're right and Joe Biden is the nominee, then that may take a different turn. But if someone like Kamala Harris or someone very far left.
She's not going to get it. I could be wrong on Harris. I mean, the far left press is pushing her like crazy. I said this yesterday. Poor Kirsten Gillibrand, right? Kirsten Gillibrand
Yes.
and Kamala Harris are the same person. They have no difference in their far left progressive views. But Gillibrand gets no publicity, and Harris gets unbelievable town hall on CNN, everybody bowing down. And it's about, she checked the box on the minority. Yeah,
Absolutely. It's the progressive
woman,
left is
but she's not a
all about
minority
identity
woman.
politics.
Yeah, and that's why that happened. Final question for you. The numbers of evangelical Christians and millennial women are really not overwhelming in this country as far as the raw vote is concerned. So you got to look at places like Pennsylvania and Michigan, Wisconsin that President Trump won and say, does he have enough juice to go back there and win again? And I don't know whether the social issues are going to put him over the top in those states. And it's all about electoral votes.
It is. Thankfully, it's still about electoral votes, even though a lot of states are trying to change that unconstitutionally. But if we look at even the polling data from the 2018 midterms, even though there were states, of course, and of course the GOP lost the House, if you look at the voting from the conservative base, that was enough for key Senate races, key states that are still red. And so I don't think that we can discount certainly the element of that and how important that is to the conservative base, even though certainly it doesn't comprise the whole. But if you look at the issues that the main GOP base is concerned about, Trump is going to get those votes because of the economy, because of the issues that you spoke of.
Just on the Supreme Court alone, he'll get those votes. It's just that the numbers of Republicans are going down, registered. The numbers of independents are going up. And that shows that his base is not going to be enough to put him over the top, in my opinion. Jenna, always a pleasure to talk with you. Thanks very much.